Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Inshallah, we will continue with our next lesson and our discussion on noun and learning more attributes of the noun. Before I continue, I want you to go back to lesson 11 where we did the application of Surah Al-Qari'ah and look to see if I forgot a definite noun or I left out a definite noun in that surah to identify, and see if you can identify that. In the coming next couple of lessons, I'll identify that for you, but I want to give you the time to identify it yourself to see if a definite noun was left out in Surah Al-Qari'ah in the previous lesson. So now, continuing on, I want to talk more about the noun, and now talking about its case in terms of numbers. So, singular is present. I mean, it's every language makes this distinction between singular and plural, right? So Arabic is distinct in some ways. There may be other languages, so I'm not going to make a sweeping statement across all languages, but the languages that I commonly know, such as English, Arabic, Urdu, these languages don't. So Arabic does distinguish, has this case, while Urdu and English does not, to my knowledge. So this is what's called dual, and that's what we will talk about today. And then we have also plural, and then plural has 2 to 3 types, which is going to be talked about later in the next few lessons. But plural, we will leave that for now. Let's focus on singular to dual for the moment. So the way the dual is treated, and our focus at the moment here in the dual is going to be the uninfluenced state. Because if you look at the words on the right, I'm going to write it here, uninfluenced. Okay, and go back to the previous lessons, please, if you don't remember what that means. Okay, so meaning it's in its natural form, and you can check that out in the discussion in its appropriate location. So now, singular, I've got words here. Let's go through this. Let me point out. So here we have rajulun. That's a noun that's indefinite, and we know that through the tanween. We have al-kitabu is a definite noun, okay, and we know that through that. Muslimun is, again, another indefinite noun, but I brought it for a reason, because I want to go in and show you how muslimatun, how that muslimun word is converted to muslimatun. So it's a review of our ta ending, taking a Muslim male in muslimun, turning it to a feminine muslimatun with the ta ending, and then taking the ta ending, that's the modified word, and making that feminine word into a definite. So just a little bit of a transformation that I wanted to show you. I've already got that. Now let's go into the how do we take a singular word and make it dual, or recognize a dual word? So that one, it's in Arabic, the dual is called tathniya. Okay. So, and the way we make that is we add alif noon. In Arabic it's called za'idatan. This is an additional, so we add this into the word. So now just let me move this over so we have space to write the rajulun example. So now let's take that. With the rajulun, I'm going to go, and if I add this alif noon, as I said, right, I'm going to add alif noon into rajulun. Well, this becomes raju. Again, I leave the lam, rajul, and then I will add the alif and the noon, as I said, which is the additional. So from the lam we add that, and becomes rajulani. And rajulun, the tanween drops off, and the alif causes the tanween to go away, and then the fatha comes in place of it. So rajulani. Let's take more words. So this is just a pattern. You just have to apply the pattern, and you will see that you will get the end result as we will observe now. So again, adding alif noon, Okay, so it becomes what? Let's go back here. That taking a definite. My point here is to show that this applies to sort of indefinite, definite, masculine, feminine, doesn't matter. Al-kitab and then ba, right? Al-kitab, we leave that here, and we know that the dhamma will drop because alif is coming and we're going to have to put a fatha, and now we just add in alif and noon extra, and it becomes al-kitabani. So the book, the two books, right? A man, the two men. So it's signifying the number in the word itself of two people or two men or two books. Muslimun is a Muslim male, right? The third word at the bottom here, and you can write the translation in your own notes. I'm going to add that again, so plus alif nun zaidatan or additional, and we get, let's look at it, see Muslim. So up to this point it's all the same, Musli, and then we're going to put the fatha because we know because of the coming alif that we have to add the dhamma changes. Muslimani, there it is, two Muslim. Now take it again, Muslimatun, again add alif nun zaidatan. It's very easy. You can practice on many words yourself or actually go into the Quran and identify the words that are there in this form. And Muslimatani, there it is, two female Muslims. Now taking again al-muslimatu, which is feminine definite noun, applying the same rule gives us the same result. Al-muslima, oops, can't wait too long in this. Okay, and just applying the rule, alif and nun, tani, al-muslimatani, the two female Muslims. So that's the dual case. It's not very complicated. Just remember though what I stated, it's in its uninfluenced condition, right? And how do we know that? Is through the tanween. There's all, if you look at the nouns in the singular column, they all have dhamma or dhammatain, either one dhamma or two dhammas in them, signifying their natural state. So in a natural state, when you convert it to a dual case, you add alif nun with a kasra zaidatan, the additional alif nun. Okay, with that said, inshallah, that covers this transformation, and now you can go into the Quran and find examples. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.